on the two wins today.
Yeah, I was really happy with the day. I think that in the first game, gosh, it feels like hours ago now. Trying to think back to game one. I thought Rob competed really well. I think we kind of were feeling out at the beginning. It took us a little bit of time to get going, and I think that Rob and our defense was gave us that just freedom to stay the course and let our offense start flowing. Early in that game, I mean, Reagan Kramer and Reagan Johnson made two outstanding catches in the outfield. Reagan Johnson's was maybe one of the best I've seen. It was incredible. And that was difference maker for us. And then our offense just kind of stayed the course, took what they gave us, and then got some momentum. And then in game two, I think we battled really well. I thought Reese looked really good. Her stuff was electric today. I think she missed, there was one pitch, and I'm gonna put that on my tally even more so than Reese's, because I just thought she looked really good, competed really well, and then Peyton came in and shut the door. We made some flubs on defense. That's really not who we are. And so it's nice to do that and have the cushion to kind of learn from that. And then our offense obviously really got going at the end. Courtney Day was outstanding. I think she had 6 RBIs. So I'm really pleased with the day. That was a really long answer, but I'm really pleased with the day. I think there's things that we could do better. I think there's a lot of things we did really well.
Speaking back on Reese again, how impressive was it that she flushed that home run and came back and finished with 10 strikeouts?
Oh, it's huge. It's so just composed. Because there's so often you could throw a really great pitch and they might hit it. You might throw a crappy pitch and get out with it. And she just moved right through it, and her stuff just looked really good. And again, I'm not even sure she missed that pitch. It's probably more on the pitch call or whatever she was thinking. So I just was really, really happy for her and the outing that she had. She's been really grinding, and her stuff looked really good tonight.
On that one run that Kaylee came across and scored, looked like she took a really hard fall. Saw her back out there hitting again. Is she everything all right? Was it just a scare type thing more, or is
No, she rolled
soreness?
her ankle a little bit on it. So that's why we were trying to be kind of careful with her in kind of running the bases. We'll see how she feels tomorrow. She's probably going to be pretty sore. Uh, but she's really tough. So knowing Kaylee, she's gonna grin and bear it, but we'll see how she feels tomorrow.
And I'll end on this. How on the game that Courtney Day had, how important was that in light of the fact that they were walking Bree right in front of her?
Well, I think it's huge. Being the person that you get walked to, sometimes you can make it too big. Sometimes you can get outside yourself. She was just so poised in that situation. Um, and so I'm just, happy for her, coming up with the big double and then obviously the grand slam at the end there. You just have to be really poised and make sure you just stick to yourself and really control those emotions in that situation. She did that really well.
Thanks. I actually have one more. The pitcher that y'all went against, she came in ranked. Lauren Wild, she came in ranked 13th nationally in ERA. What do you think of just y'all's approach to kind of attack early?
Oh, I was really pleased with it. She throws a good heavy drop. She throws it on different levels. And so I just was really happy with how we just stayed the course really in the game. Obviously, Bree getting us on the board early with her bomb, and then I just think our at-bats got better as the night went. Put some pressure on their defense, made things happen. Sometimes it's not pretty. It's just, grinding and figuring out ways to put pressure on them. And I thought our offense did a really good job. But she's tough. She's tough. When you have that heavy drop, when you can spot it right on the corners, when you can, stretch in certain counts, when you can mix that change, I just think she I could see why her numbers were like that.
Thanks so much.
Mhm.
Hey, Courtney, congratulations on the wins tonight. Talk a little bit about the maximizing your guys' plate appearances, even though you're not maybe seeing first couple innings maybe getting on base as much through hits, but also with walks and also the attack at the plate.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that was one of the most impressive things to me with our offense today is, in both games, but in game one, we were kind of grinding a little bit. And I think when we first started, I think we walked a few times. Again, it feels like 7 hours ago. Maybe it was. I'm not really sure. But sometimes in an offense, when it's not really flowing, you could start pressing. You can start just trying to really push, get outside yourself. And we did a really good job, really composed of just taking what they gave us. And so that discipline is huge. It's huge. And it puts pressure on pitchers, when they have to show up in the zone and you're ready for that. So I was really pleased with that, of just not really getting outside ourselves today and really taking what they gave us in both games.
And also with Reese, like Ethan said, with the home run that she gave up, but also the way that she was able to battle back. Talk a little bit about her focus so far this season. It seems like even if she gets into a spot, she's able to always keep battling out of those.
Yeah, she's a grinder. She's a battler, and she has really good stuff. And so sometimes it's just finding the right, combination with her stuff and their swings. And today she's just trusting her stuff really well. But yeah, she has a lot of different pitches. She mixes them really, really well. She mixes speeds well in any count. So there's just so many things that you can keep offenses off balance with. And also just knowing that in this game it's so offensive. And so if you do give up that hit, of just kind of getting right back on track and trusting your stuff and going right at it. And most nights we deal our defense and we trust them. We have an incredible defense. And so there's just a lot of confidence that comes from all those things.
And then also the last inning, could you guys kind of feel a little bit of a different air in the dugout going into the bottom of the sixth when you guys were able to put up that eighth spot or the sixth spot?
Yeah, I would say there was a little bit of a different air. I know Jimmy or Reagan Kramer kind of got on the team a little bit right before that, of just, really making a statement and finishing strong. I don't think it was the consistent feel throughout of what our expectation is. And so it's nice when it comes from within, and she got on them and they answered. And so, yeah, I thought it was huge. So, yeah, it was a different feel. I'm going to give Reagan Kramer credit for that.
Sweet. Courtney, how'd your first home run inside Bogle Park feel?
Kind of hard to beat a grand slam. So it felt pretty good, especially a walk-off grand slam at that.
Yeah, will you walk me through that at bat, kind of what you were looking for and just the swing that you put on it?
Well, it was 3-0 going into it. I fouled one off, but I was obviously trying to put out the park, and she ended up giving me one that, was right over, or was actually what I was hunting. And I mean, I just took advantage of that missed opportunity or missed pitch, and I guess we all know how it went after that.
What was it like batting after Bree today whenever they were, and putting her on base intentionally?
Well, it opened up another opportunity for, now we had a runner on base, so I just kind of stuck to my game plan and just wanted to not make the moment too big. Yeah, and it might have been a pressure situation trying to, or I could have taken it more offensive, like, well, are they trying to get to me because I'm an easy out? But I didn't make it, too big and stray away from my game plan, and just was still trying to find a pitch that I like to drive and do my job as a hitter. So
Yeah, last thing I'll ask you is just what is the past, I guess, how many months have you been here? It's been such a quick turnaround for you. What have those months been like?
they've been fun. I was out of the game for a while and coming back, and it just felt like I picked up right where I left off. Obviously, it was a grind coming back, during the off season, but being only here 2 months, I'm finally at a spot with the girls and the team, and that I'm just comfortable, and I'm really clicking with everybody. So it's a fun environment to be in.
Thanks, Courtney.
No problem.
Hey, Courtney, congratulations on the walk-off tonight. Real quick, have you had a game winner like that before?
No. So that was actually my first, I think that was my first walk-off home run, and also that was my first career grand slam. So that was kind of cool.
That's got to be a pretty good feeling, especially with being your first game at Bogle Park. It kind of makes it a little bit more special, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It does.
Uh, also, with them intentionally walking Bree ahead of you, how much does that help you with your focus and kind of what you're seeing and kind of how your game plan is when you go to the plate?
It didn't change much. So because I kind of, with them walking Bree, it was just like, okay, now I want it even more to get on base and like prove them, wrong. Like I think the whole team wanted that because it was like, what the heck? As my game plan, it didn't really change much. I was just looking for a pitch to, drive and, I felt comfortable in the box regardless of if she walked or if she got a hit. So, it didn't really change much as to what I was looking for and what my game plan was.
And lastly, coming into Bogle, was it everything that you kind of expected hearing it from your teammates, kind of what the environment was tonight?
Yeah, it was everything and more. I mean, I've played at Bogle on an opposing team before, so it's kind of what I expected, but it's more refreshing, being on this side of the field and, having that, connection with the fans and being able to, do the Woo Pig Suey and all of that stuff. So it's a fun environment to be in, very cool experience, and especially for my first time at, Bogle Park.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Courtney. Congratulations again.
Thank you.